Welcome to the Alberta Unfiltered YouTube channel. My name is Dan. This is video number 1. And if you're an Albertan like me, you're pretty much pissed off. And that's one of the reasons why I thought I would start this channel. You know, I've been doing YouTube videos and radio and media most of my life. And this past election really made me think that I needed to start doing something locally based. There's a big sandbox, and I do not want to take away from videos and creators like Elevate, Over Opinionated Jasmine Lane, Moose on the Loose. These are all that I'm sure you watch too, along with Juno News and Candace Malcolm and the crew over there, along with Rebel News. I'm not trying to compete with them. I want to bring something different, maybe a different slant from what they're doing. They do some great work, and check out their channels too. But I want to make this more ground level here in Alberta, real issues that are going on in Alberta a lot with the heat that's been turned up with our Premier Danielle Smith dropping the minimum amount of signatures for a referendum. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Sometimes we're going to take the show on the road as well to the different rallies and show you on the ground what's going on in Alberta, not only as we try to find a new path, but as we battle a new election. And it's really what I want to do. Is I want to create this channel to be for you, really, and it's your channel. That's why it's going to be more grassroots and Alberta driven than maybe some of the other channels that are out there that go from coast to coast and talk about various issues. That's my conviction for starting this. And that's why I've been able to set up an email that I'd like you to use, unless you want to just drop a comment below. And that's grassrootsalberta@gmail.com. It's a great name, grassrootsalberta@gmail.com. Or just drop a comment below. And I always just say, hey, Dan, and then give me your comment or your question, because I want to read your comments and your questions and your thoughts on this YouTube platform. That's what this is going to be all about, engaging in the current stories that are affecting our lives here in Alberta today. And with the election of Mark Carney and another minority Liberal government, there's going to be a lot to talk about. And I know a lot of people are angry right now. I have been so angry since the election results. Not angry at Pierre Poilievre. I think Pierre Poilievre ran a great campaign. And I think his message resonated with people in every province across this country. He has done better for the Conservative Party than Stephen Harper even did. And I respect Stephen Harper immensely. But it just didn't get us what we wanted. And I think that's why a lot of us are having the conversations that we're having. And that's why a lot of us are expressing on social media platforms what we're feeling and what we want to have happen in multiple different forms. I posted a video on my personal Facebook page yesterday referencing a video that my friend Corey Morgan released on YouTube. I'm going to tag that video in the comments below. It's a great video to watch. Corey Morgan does great work for the Western Standard, some great independent work as well. And that's just the fact of we're all getting really excited and we're all wanting to have something happen right away. It's a knee-jerk reaction to the results of the election the other night that we all don't like, here in Alberta especially. But I think it's very important and very imperative that, you know, we take the appropriate steps forward. I don't know what those steps are. I'm never going to be on this channel trying to tell you what things are. This is more of a conversation. Don't we all miss Dave Rutherford on the radio? Wasn't he the greatest? He was the greatest at conversation, real, raw, non-filtered conversation. And that's what Alberta Unfiltered, this YouTube channel, is really going to be all about, is unfiltered conversation, hard conversation, exciting conversation. But one thing that I've noticed on all of my feeds, and maybe you've noticed this too, is that we have so many vested interest groups in Alberta that I believe that is our first problem. is that we have way too many groups going in way too many directions that inevitably could just set us back from the goal that we all want to achieve as Albertans. And that's the first thing that we need to identify is what is that goal for Alberta? What is that goal for you? Drop what your goal is, what you'd like to see happen in Alberta in the comments below post Mark Carney's federal election win. I've seen Alberta 51st State Facebook groups. I've seen Alberta Sovereignty Facebook groups. I mean, it just goes on and on. There's definitely a change that needs to happen in this province. I've always been a member of the UCP party. I've always supported Danielle Smith. Even back in the Wild Rose days, I supported Danielle Smith. I think she has a really knack of having her ear to the ground as to what the people of Alberta are saying. And I think she actually listens. I have not seen a politician like Danielle Smith since Ralph Klein, in my lifetime anyways. And it's coincidence maybe that yesterday she released details on how she's going to be dropping the minimum amount of signatures for a referendum here in Alberta. The legacy media absolutely went crazy over that. I don't know if you watched her press conference or not yesterday, but when she made those announcements, they were really trying to pigeonhole her into saying you did this for a cause. You did this for an independent referendum. You did this for separation. She never bowed to those legacy media questions. The legacy media, it's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to just stop. Jeepers, I wish we won, because defunding the CBC would have been one of the greatest things as a Canadian taxpayer we could have done. What are your thoughts in regards to all the different groups out there? That do we just continue with all of these different various groups? And Alberta Prosperity Project, there's another group. I know they're doing a petition right now, and maybe you've signed that. I've signed that petition. But I signed the petition not so much for independence, but I signed the petition for conversation. I really believe that we need to have a heartfelt grassroots conversation in this province. And again, that is one of the reasons why it convicted me to start this channel, because I have a lot to say about these things. Kind of opinionated. My dad says opinions are like arseholes. Everybody has one, and he's true. But I also wanted to create a platform where you could be involved in that conversation and engaged in that conversation. A couple of rules that I'd like, though. Please, if you do make comments, let's all play nice in the sandbox. Let's be the respectful Albertans that we are. If someone makes a comment either below or on another social media platform that you may not agree with, don't call them stupid. Don't call them out. Just give them their space. It's their right to have that comment, whether it agrees with yours or not. We're never going to have the true conversation that we need in this province if we're always attacking each other for things that we believe. There's people that want to see change, but that change necessarily isn't independence. There's people that want to see change, and that change is independence. And there's some people that are okay with having a minority Liberal government, trusting that Mark Carney is going to do what's best for Alberta. I know that comment states for itself. In the end, as we wrap up this first video of Alberta Unfiltered, I really want you to be involved. Please email me at grassrootsalberta@gmail.com, or you can comment below of maybe some of the topics that you'd like to see out of the gate, the first couple of videos that we do here. Reach out, please. Like, subscribe, and comment, and push this video out, and please share it as we get ready for Alberta Unfiltered.